Danny's interesting because, man, the time that we've been doing this, just seeing the growth. I mean, he's a streamer, right? Pretty actively. I think
got his head on TV show.
Got his own podcast and stuff. So his growth, we're talking about Gucci, man. I think you look at another artist that really expanded beyond music and was doing it his own way in a niche way that reached a lot of people.
Welcome to the inaugural Dead End Hip Hop Rundown. The last one, we didn't have a name. This is newly minted, all right? The Dead End Hip Hop Weekly Rundown, where we're going to be talking about things that happen in hip hop, throw it to everybody, and we're going to give you our opinion on hip hop like we always do, man. 13 years strong and counting. But here today, I got everybody on the crew minus Myke. So there are some things that we're going to talk about, man, that happen in hip hop. Some of them a little serious, some of them a little bit more, anticipatory. First topic that we're gonna discuss today is earlier yesterday, right? Earlier today. Today is Wednesday, October 18th. Cardi B was going back and forth with a couple of Twitter trolls. And, I'm not gonna say exactly what the Twitter trolls said. It was definitely a slur. She said this is the reason why she doesn't like to release music. And then she said that, some people should pass away in a very harsh tone. And then she also commented to say that she wished that certain people's parents would die. In a retort to all of that, she also said that she feels like she should just put a bullet in her head. So obviously, Cardi B is dealing with a lot of Twitter trolls, right? Like when you live a life in the media in that way, people can be nasty. People have been nasty to us in the past, and we're nowhere near the level of Cardi B or any other A-list celebrity like that. So how do you guys feel about her response, talking about like she would end it all by putting a bullet in her head?
I thought it was a very extreme response. I don't think she was lying about it. It was just like maybe could potentially be a cry for help. I don't know if I doubt she would say something that serious to try to troll back.
Right.
So I think that should be taken serious. I hope. Offset?
Yeah, Offset.
I hope they discuss it. Maybe she was just in the moment, just saying, just saying whatever came to her mind. But, I think something like that we want to take serious, just in case something happened. But I think what I also found interesting was her saying, this is why I haven't released music. Because, Cardi B is one of my favorite rappers. Cardi, she's probably my favorite rapper out right now. And
sarcasm is crazy.
Now, I do love Cardi B, but I've been wondering, I came on board because y'all know I was trying to get Cardi out of here.
You was.
So I mess with her now. And I've been wondering, where has she been? She be doing, singles here or there, features, and features.
When was the invasion?
Long
like 2016, 2017?
Yes.
I feel like
long time ago.
And she's still been hot, relevant. Yes. It's crazy. She's still been relevant.
Yep.
So
because of social media and stuff like that.
And her team, I guess her team too. Yeah.
But also the songs that she's jumped on have been big, like the joint with WAP with Megan Thee Stallion. That was huge. You know what I'm saying? So
doing the joint with Glorilla, her feature bag. Been
exactly. So even though she doesn't have a project, she's still in the limelight. And then obviously her husband is a very famous rapper as well. So
she looks like she really has a good time. She don't. As she say, really give a care, but she does, and everybody's people. So it's I think in this space we're in with social media, you can respond directly to people and they can actually see it. Sometimes people go a little too far, and I think that was a little too far for her.
But yeah, I was a little surprised to hear that because she seems real unbothered by things, with the exception of Nicki and all that. I know she be beefing with Nicki, and I know recently she had been throwing mics and stuff at people on the stage. So I think she's been a little on edge. I'm not sure exactly why she's been on edge or whatever. Like I said, you just never know what's going on with people. But yeah, hopefully, she's in good health and she, seeks help if she needs it. You don't ever want to hear anybody, make a statement like that. I can imagine one of y'all making a statement like that.
I know.
I just man, yo, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just, hope, people take it serious, and don't think she's just being extreme or whatever.
Right.
Because I think it is something to take serious, especially in these days and times, man. People be going through it. So yeah, I think it's definitely something we should take serious. Definitely send love her way, and hopefully, her family and stuff are wrapping their arms around her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, bro.
On a lighter note, Gucci Mane and T.I. have had a long-standing beef here in Atlanta.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it feels like it went under.
I know it was T.I. and Jeezy had some. They had like a little
Jeezy and Gucci.
Jeezy and Gucci, T.I. and Luda for a little bit. So yeah, I didn't know this.
Luckily, Gucci was in concert. He brought out T.I. and pretty much they just squashed it. You know what I'm saying? So glad for the squashing of hip hop beefs, because we know that sometimes those things can get a bit carried away, and things that should have happen.
I remember them was saying like who invented trap music or whatever.
That was one of the squabbles. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm kind of remembering. I remember Gucci was like, is it Gucci or T.I.? And T.I. was,
Of course, he said it because he named the album trap music, all that.
So okay, I kind of remember that, but I didn't know.
Like it was a thing. Right. We knew Gucci and Jeezy was a thing because things happened. Unfortunate things happened in that beef, right? But yeah, I never knew. But again, I'm just glad that it's no longer a thing, and people in both camps can be copacetic
at
with
their
each
big
other.
age, man. Just squash
exactly.
It, like, come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we gonna hold
out here?
Exactly. Like, why are we gonna hold on to beefs? Like nobody wins when the family
same
feuds.
city. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Exactly.
Stop it.
Yeah, and I'm glad it didn't, spill over to anything serious that we know of.
Right.
Publicly, actual real deaths and shit like that, because this is Atlanta, and those squads, especially Gucci and his crew, it could get real quick. So I'm thankful for that, and I'm thinking, it's good to see this level of maturity, kind of going what you were saying, B, starting to kind of manifest itself in hip hop, and it may be attributed to the age of the two parties involved, or the parties that have been involved lately. And maybe less with the younger cats, because when you're young, you're a little bit more,
a little bit more rowdy.
Yeah. But hopefully, some of the young cats can look at this and, and receive and try to make amends with people they have issues with, if possible. So I think it's dope. I also thought it was dope that he actually got Gucci Mane Day on October 17th.
10/17 is officially
That's
an Atlanta
insane,
Gucci
bro.
Mane Day.
Yeah. The turnaround Gucci has made,
bruh.
Is it bigger than 2 Chainz?
Yes.
Yeah, bigger, like, it's what you mean, like turn like rebranding and stuff.
The rebranding.
Gucci's bigger.
Gucci's is bigger.
Yeah, bro.
Titty Boy, 2 Chainz. It was a slight thing, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, you kind of knew about him, and so it wasn't like a rebrand almost. It was just like, he just finally got to a place. Whereas Gucci is a total like rebrand. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? He had things going on before he went to prison.
Real shit.
Came out, and then he came out and just like, what the fuck? Like,
got married and shit and everything. Like, man.
Rebrand of Gucci is different, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Well, shout out to 10/17 Day. We are one day removed from Gucci Mane Day here in Atlanta.
Yeah,
so
man.
Gucci, we celebrate you. We appreciate you.
Sure. Gucci, one of my favorite rappers, right?
Oh, is he?
Yeah, one of my favorite rappers.
So him and
right
Cardi
now.
need to make a song together for you.
Man, I would love to hear it.
I feel you.
But like I didn't know they were beefing either. Like I had no clue. Like I didn't. I knew about, like I said, the Jeezy Gucci stuff, but I had never heard of the T.I. thing. So, but I guess it makes sense though. You know what I'm saying? With the whole trap shit and all that. But I am glad that they did squash it or whatnot. So yeah.
So Danny Brown is releasing, Quaranta, and I'm probably saying it wrong, but that's what it looked like to me. November 17th on digital platforms, January 19th if you want to buy a physical copy. He released the track list, so if you don't follow him on IG, or you should definitely follow him. And obviously the track list can be found anywhere. The first song is called Quaranta. Number 2 is Tantor. Number 3 is Ain't My Concern. Number 4, Dark Sword Angel. Number 5, YPB featuring Bruiser Wolf. Number 6,
Bruiser Wolf is dope.
Really never heard of him.
Yeah. He was on what was it? He was featured on something. I think it was like Bodie or somebody like that.
Yeah, he was. He was on Bodie.
Yeah, he was on Bodie. That motherfucker dope.
Tantor is the single produced by Alchemist.
Okay. Number 6 is Jen's Terrific Vacation featuring Casa Overall. Number 7, Down With It. Number 8, Celibate featuring Myke. Number 9, Shakedown. Number 10, Hanami. Number 11, Bass Jam. And he already announced shows in Brooklyn, London, and LA, as well as celebrating 10 years of Bruiser Thanksgiving in Detroit on the 22nd of November.
And also he got production from Holly, Alchemist, which is the lead single, Quelle Chris and Chris Keys. They produced 2 tracks on here. Case Overall, Skywalker, which is a long time collaboration with him since Triple X. Paul White, which he produced the majority of Atrocity Exhibition. And Kalen Ellis. Ellis, he got some production from him too on here. So yeah, that's the production lineup on this album. It's 11 tracks. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what.
So,
Danny Brown
but bucking the streaming trend instead of having 20 something.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Cutting that in half.
That's good. That's
so
great.
Beezy, you gonna be in November? Or you gonna be in Detroit in November for the Danny Brown joint?
I'm gonna be in South Carolina, unfortunately.
Bet. So how y'all feeling? Y'all excited about Danny Brown joint, or y'all just kind of like,
Yeah, I
he's
mean,
gonna come out and we gonna listen? Like,
Oh yeah, of course. I'm always here for new Danny Brown projects and stuff. You know, because his last album was good.
Stop scaring the hoes. You still don't messing with that one?
Not really. I mean, I'm just thinking of the solo stuff.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Exhibition, Atrocity, Exhibition, old Triple X. Like y'all always fuck with like the Danny Brown, his project. So Black and Brown with Black Milk. So yeah. I'm excited. You know, that's hometown. So y'all want to see what he gonna do with this one. But how much more mature Danny Brown is gonna be? If he's gonna be mature, he might still be crazy and silly as fuck. But I'm just interested to see, and sound wise, I'm just with the producers he got on there. I'm just really interested to see how the sound of the album's gonna.
That's what I'm always interested with Danny Brown, because as a rapper, the nigga can rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we know that he's eccentric and eclectic and different. So it's like, okay, how do you match you as a rapper with the music portion of it? So to me, that's always the biggest question mark. So I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited to see what he do with this joint. What about y'all? Y'all been quiet.
If anybody watching, you know, we did Stop Scaring the Hoes. The collab he did with JPEG Mafia, and yeah, that one definitely grew on me. I think I said that in the review. So I like what Danny Brown was doing on that joint a lot or whatever. So yeah, it does have me anticipating the new Danny Brown project, because that last we said it came out in 2019.
So you know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting, because he had he kind of switched it up on
Yeah,
that one.
yeah, we said that too. And I think Q-Tip was like an executive producer for that album.
So yeah, I'll be interested to see what direction he goes with this one or whatever. So yeah, I'm kind of like with Ken on this. I'm not anticipating it per se, but you know, I will be listening to it when it comes out. Definitely, Danny Brown's one of them artists. Like, okay, he dropped a project, I'm on.
Yeah,
it.
listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is his last album under Warp Records, and then after this, everything is gonna be under his own label, Bruce Brigade.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Danny's interesting because, man, the time that we've been doing this, just seeing the growth. I mean, he's a streamer, right? Pretty actively. I think
got his head on TV show.
got his own podcast and stuff. So his growth, we're talking about Gucci, man. I think you look at another artist that really expanded beyond music and was doing it his own way in a niche way that reached a lot of people. What I liked about this is not a lot of features, but the one that stood out to me was Myke. Myke is dope.
Who is that?
He featured on the new Alchemist Earl joint.
Yeah.
They got a track together that's fucking
And
crazy.
he got an album with Alchemist.
And he got an album
with Alchemist.
Yeah.
Is Myke, Wiki, and Alchemist.
I told y'all
It's
about him a
dope.
while ago. I think I saw it in the comments. People was like, yo, y'all heard Myke, and I finally listened to him. I think I was the first one to listen to him. And nah, man, he was super dope.
Him and Danny, I definitely want to. I'll be curious to see what that track sounds like. So it's dope that he's putting out stuff. I think I haven't been as high on some of the more experimental stuff. I don't think I was that big of a fan on the one that he did with JPEG Mafia and some of his other stuff. But you know, it's Danny, bro. It's like Ross said, it's like when it dropped, you're going to listen to it. So, and I'll definitely listen to it and see where he's at musically. I think that'll be interesting to see with him being able to rap over so many different things now musically. Like his style and his palette has grown tremendously. So what does a Danny Brown album sound like in 2023?
We have another artist that is definitely a friend of the show. And we have an idea what it may sound like based off of the producers, Alchemist and Hit Boy. But Benny the Butcher has been talking about the latest or newest project set to release very soon, I'm assuming, at this point in time. There's still no official release date yet. But again, all produced by Alchemist and Hit Boy. He did say that there is going to be a Snoop Dogg feature on here.
These boys mainstream, bro.
Eh,
They out here, man.
Hey, look, you know,
They out
Raw,
here. They
Snoop,
some
you know what I'm
under
saying?
mainstream rappers.
Under mainstream. They creating, you know, they have carved out their own lane and they are creating a new genre of, you know, I guess popularity because they're not. You can't call them mainstream. Even though I have heard a West Side Gun song on the radio before.
You have? What song?
Yes, it was the one that it was Ross and somebody else, and he was a feature on it. But they played Ross and the other person and didn't play West Side.
Wow.
Yes. I'll never forget. I was a guest on.
I'm making a call, bro.
Hey, I was a guest on Spike's podcast. When I was leaving, I'm like, what? Like I just turned on the radio, and I'm like, what? They're playing this? And I'm like, oh, Westside about to be on the radio, and then the DJ just kind of shifted it right before Westside's verse. And I said, y'all dirty,
bro.
Y'all so dirty, man. He made it to the radio, and then.
He didn't make it to the radio.
The credit made it to the radio, therefore he got paid, Ken. That's why I'm happy for him. But look,
Anyway.
we talk about Benny the Butcher in his project. He said that he had Snoop Dogg, but it was another revelation that he made during his IG live post that we're taking this from. So this is coming from the horse's mouth, where he said
With the braids.
with braids. You know, he also addressed people talking about his hairline because it is way
I
back
did see
there.
it. Yeah,
it's
that's
way back
Stevie
there.
going, bro.
Yeah.
You know, he salute from
It's
back
almost
here
time to
now.
let it go.
Yeah. I'm speaking from experience, brother. But hold on as long as you can.
Yeah,
Don't
hold
do
on
like
as
me,
long as
bro.
you can. But he was talking about, you know, he was too stressed from all of the court dates and, you know, doing Fed time and all that type of stuff.
Court
Which
dates.
is, well, you know,
There's
you
a
got-
lot of stuff out there still stressed them out.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? You got. Hey, when you fighting the law, man, you know, typically they don't lose. So the fact that he's a free man says a lot. He also talked about not being signed with Griselda, but being Griselda. And he was like, you know what I'm saying? He said it in that way. But you know, people
Conway said the same thing.
they're asking, you know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, people, you know, I guess doubt what Griselda is.
And he said it like, no matter where I go, it's still repping Griselda. Like, matter of fact, I'm about to get another chain.
He's about to get
Griselda.
another chain, and he even said on the album he's gonna put the Griselda logo
it's still
on there.
Griselda,
So
yeah.
he's not signed to Griselda, but understand, like, don't let what Benny said go over your head. They are family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even though he's not technically signed to Griselda, he reps Griselda. That's West Side shit.
Mm-hmm.
Benny shit is Black Soprano family. Conway shit is
drum
drum
work.
work.
Yeah.
They all are bosses, but they all collectively, all three of them niggas is Griselda.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, look, if you watching this and you don't know, now you know. Don't ask the question no more.
I'm looking for that logo, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking for the
looking for
Griselda.
it?
I'm looking
You
for
gonna look for
B.
it?
When that shit drop, I'm looking
better
for the
see it.
logo.
You
I
better
don't even
see
want to. That's the first thing I'm looking for.
That's the first thing.
First thing I want to see.
I got you. You want to see if he a man of his word, huh?
We'll see. We'll see.
Well,
I believe him.
Are you anticipating this album?
Who's the producer?
Alchemist and Hit Boy?
Oh, I thought it was just Hit Boy. Because I didn't like that Hit Boy Johnny did. Remember?
No, I know you did. Nobody did.
What was it?
except for
Moment
me.
of Truth or whatever?
No, Burden of
Burden of Proof. I gave it
Moment of truth. That Gangstar album title.
bars out there, bitch. Burden of
Nah, I mean, I don't know if excited is the word. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been excited for Benny in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I like Benny, but y'all know Conway, my dude. So, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I like Benny joints here and there. He just hasn't been able to recreate that
Tana Talk
Tana
3
Talk
shit, bro.
shit. But I know
For
he's
me.
off of that though. I know he's actually
know.
made comments saying like, "Yo, man, I don't want to rap over that shit all the time." And I get that, and I respect that. The same way I respect
do too.
Westside doing stuff, or all of them doing their thing. But you know, that's what I like from Benny. Obviously, he not making music for me per se, and you know, it is what it is.
So out of the three, you like him in that one box the most.
That's yeah. He doesn't have to stay in that box by any means.
I feel you, but that's
It's
just
the
where you
box
like
that
him.
I like. I just like that hard Derringer fucking hitting Benny.
But you
dog.
didn't like Tana Talk 3.
It was a what? Huh?
Two is the classic.
No, 3 is
the classic.
the joint. That's one with 97
You talking about Tana
Hov.
Talk 4?
That's one with 97
Oh,
Hov.
four. I'm tripping.
Okay,
I'm tripping. I'm tripping.
yeah,
With the
yeah.
10 crack commandment, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Tana Talk 4. So he gave you Tana Talk 4 with
I
Derek.
still feel like he ain't quite recreated though.
Yeah, he did.
I don't feel like he kind of did, but not. It didn't hit the same way.
It wasn't grimy.
Yeah, it wasn't grimy.
It wasn't grimy.
He had
I
some
feel
grimy
you.
stuff on there, but it just wasn't grimy.
Like the
enough.
first plug I met.
Boom, there you go. So
First plugs I met.
First plugs I met.
And Tater Talk 3. Bruh.
That's the bag I like Benny in. But I understand Benny don't want to be in that bag all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. But that's just the particular bag I like.
So he just hasn't done other styles of hip hop as good as West Side and or Conway.
That's
for
what
you.
I've said.
The run that Hit Boy and of course the run that Alchemist has been on. Whenever you got them two headlining your production on
That's
your
very
album,
true.
That's
Yeah.
some.
It's setting a bar already.
It's a little bit of expectation. I'm a half of this album. If you got them two handling your production for your album, so I hope he delivers because my expectations a little high. It'd have been a little bit lower if it wasn't, but with them two, it's kind of up there.
And right before you go, Ken, Benny also mentioned that as soon as this one drops, he has another project that's going to drop right behind it. So I don't know if he means like within
Probably like
a
an
day
EP. I wonder is it an EP
or
or something?
like a week or a month. I don't know the time frame. He wasn't clear on that, but he definitely said that there's a project that's going to come right behind this one.
He could get the Nas version of beats that worked, right? That type of Hit Boy and not the Burden of Proof one that I didn't like so much. And also the other thing that popped in my head is maybe it's like a hybrid. It's a little bit of that grimy stuff with Alchemist, and then some of the mainstreamy sounding middle of the road stuff with Hit Boy. So maybe he's gonna try to go for that approach. I'm with you, Rod, in terms of the version of Benny that I like. And the other thing that popped in my head is like, I know he's out of that space. He's trying to do this other thing. He want to do this other thing, artistically, creatively. But the question is like, is it working? Like, has it really, put him out here like that? You get with Hit Boy, you get this beginning of this whole. It felt like a Jay-Z thing. Like you're gonna try to take Jay-Z's spot, is how I viewed it in my head. And it's in terms of that hardcore drug type of rapper, and it's just like on the mainstream level, and I don't know, it kind of it didn't work.
Didn't work really.
Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. He's in an interesting spot, though.
He is.
Talking about interesting spots, tied for fourth is now Drake with Michael Jackson in terms of #1 hits on the Hot 100 Billboard. So what's interesting is that he did it with the song First Person Shooter featuring J. Cole. Earlier in the year, the other single with SZA was his 13th one to hit #1, and then this one is number 14 to hit #1. How do you guys feel about Drake tying the great Michael Jackson with 14 #1s?
Well, you got that J. Cole stimulus package, but fake news, bro. Fake news. Nobody cares.
Nobody
it's
cares.
Like, it's not real. It's not real. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Streams is not real.
No.
People care. I will say people care, but I'm kind of with you. a little bit. I mean, he got the feature help on a couple of these joints, right?
Yeah, SZA was on the last one. J. Cole on this one.
J. Cole. I mean, we talking about.
He got the Dreamville stimulus package.
Yeah,
And TDE.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a different era. You got to respect the era. I mean, streaming, that's the evolution of the way we listen to music. So it is what it is. I won't hit him too hard with that, but.
what's funny?
Yeah.
2 days ago, Michael Jackson's Thriller returned in the top 100 this week in the Billboard.
Oh yeah. People going to stream
Of course, streaming.
That is crazy,
Streaming.
bruh.
Yeah. If Michael Jackson could have streamed back, I mean, he
Oh,
you
my
wouldn't
man.
God.
You wouldn't touch it.
Yeah.
So I mean, we all know that, but it is what it is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? This is what the era is right now, and that's what Drake has the spot.
Yeah.
He has the spot. I don't think it's to be compared with Myke though.
Do you think that Drake is going to reach that #1 spot overall? Because every time he drops a project, there's always 1 or 2 tracks that get on the charts like that.
It just depends, man. If people really start streaming Myke, you know what I'm saying?
Bruh, that
Because they
shit
hear
crazy,
that
dog.
Drake is about to top
Bro,
Myke.
it's crazy that
I think people catch wind of that.
back in,
Bro, they about to stream the fuck out of Michael Jackson, bro. I'm about to go stream him when I get in the car, bro.
Y'all niggas some haters, man.
Yep.
Y'all niggas some haters.
I said, that's pretty interesting with these news coming up and then that pop up. Yeah, people going streaming the shit out of Thriller, like streaming.
Shout out to Drake, man. At the end of the day, he's top in the streaming era. It is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's the most popular artist.
Yeah, you just can't compare it. Like, you start trying to compare it to Myke, that's where you start getting an issue with people like Ken and slightly myself, because it's like, come on, we all know if
Of course.
this was around the same time, you wouldn't be passing Michael Jackson.
But at the same time, you know, this is why I say that he's one of the greats of his era, is because he is the most popular. He has the accolades to back it. You know what I'm saying? So Drake,
credit there for sure.
yeah, you know, Drake is undeniable in this era of hip hop. You know, whether you love him, hate him, feel he's falling off, feel that he's still in his prime. Wherever you feel, the man puts up numbers and his run is solidified in hip hop. How do you feel? You know what I'm saying? Talk about any one of the number of topics we talked about tonight. Cardi B, T.I. and Gucci, Danny Brown, Benny the Butcher, and Drake passing Myke. Which one was your favorite topic? It's another Dead End Hip Hop rundown. We'll catch you next time. We out. Peace.